Hi Year 7s, and welcome to your second CAT for our first topic. So the first CAT you did was a test on science skills, which was called the Science Toolkit, and the second CAT you'll be practicing your experiment skills, because science is not just about what you know, but it's how well you can do experiments. So this investigation is called What Material is the Best Insulator? And it's done in two parts. So part one you can see here, and in today's lesson you'll complete part one, and then you'll upload it to Compass Learning Tasks, and when you've done that, you'll need to email me, and I'll email you part two. So you need to complete part one first, and then I'll email part two. So the worksheet here has boxes where you'll fill in all your answers. But the first thing we need to do is talk about the experiment that you'll be doing. So, well, obviously you aren't doing the experiment, but you'll be imagining you did the experiment yourself. So, firstly, the inquiry question that we are asking is which material is best for maintaining water temperature or keeping water temperature high? Glass, plastic, or foam? We're comparing three different materials. And here is what the experiment looked like when we set this up. So you can see we set up 3 heat-proof mats, and we had a retort stand for each setup, and each retort stand had a boss head clamp attached and a thermometer which was going down into the container. And then we have each container that we're comparing. So we're comparing glass, which was a beaker, and plastic, which was a plastic cup, and then polystyrene foam in a foam cup. And then we got some boiling water from a kettle and we poured it in to each container. So each container was full of water. And then we measured the temperature every minute, and we wrote down the temperature every minute over time to see which container keeps the water the hottest. So that's how the experiment worked. So what you'll need to do is put your name and class in at the top. Then you'll need to write down what is your prediction and your hypothesis, because every scientist makes predictions. So you'll need to say which material do you think will keep the water the hottest, glass, plastic, or foam, and explain why you think that, because that's the hypothesis. Scientists always try and explain why they think something will happen. The materials are already listed for you, so you don't need to list those. And the method, you need to read through this carefully, and I just explained the general method to you as well. Then you'll need to fill out the safety section. So we've talked about safety last term. You'll need to fill out any safety risks that you think we should be careful of, and what precautions, what do we need to do to reduce that risk. The next two questions are about variables. So you'll need to explain what is a dependent and an independent variable, and what is the dependent variable in this particular experiment, and what's the independent. So that's what you need to do for part one. You'll need to finish all your answers, submit it to Compass Learning Tasks, and then email me, and I will send you part two. And you'll need to complete part two and submit that as well by the due date. So look in the learning plan for your due dates. Thanks, everyone.